From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, March 8th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.51 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,218 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 1.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $1,192. Antiwar.com reports newly released by WikiLeaks on Tuesday is a collection of CIA documents referred to as Vault 7, detailing the CIA's hacking and surveillance technology development. The current release spans year zero of the program, with several more years of documents expected to be released. Officially called Weeping Angel, the program sought zero-day exploits in myriad technology, including not just computers and routers, but things like smartphones and even smart TVs, with documents showing the CIA could make a Samsung-branded TV go into a fake off mode where it would appear to be turned off, but its microphone was active and the CIA could listen into everything that was happening. The same was true of the phones targeted, with the CIA having what it said to be a large cache of exploits against both Apple and Android-based phones, exploits they carefully kept guarded from the manufacturers of the phone so that the flaws were never properly repaired. The phone breaches were focused in part on having an OS-level exploit that would render security features in encrypted applications useless. Also among the efforts, the CIA was trying to hack into cars with an eye towards gaining remote control over cars anywhere in the world, leading to speculation that the cars would be made to assassinate the driver in an undetectable manner. The CIA hid its discoveries not just from companies that might fix them, but also from the rest of the U.S. government, meaning they knowingly let cabinet members, Congress, and other top officials use knowingly vulnerable technology for secure purposes rather than reveal what they discovered. The plan is described by some as an effort by the CIA to create its own NSA within the agency, only with even less oversight to the program. As WikiLeaks releases more documents, it will be interesting to see how much of this surveillance technology was turned against Americans. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the top Republican in the U.S. House of Representatives said Tuesday that he guarantees the GOP proposed and heavily criticized plan to replace the Affordable Care Act will be approved by the lower congressional chamber. House Speaker Paul Ryan said during a news conference on Tuesday that the plan, called the American Health Care Act and first revealed on Monday, will have the necessary 218 House votes to advance to the Senate. Ryan said, "We're doing an act of mercy by repealing the ACA and replacing it with patient-centered health care reforms. If we did nothing, the law would collapse and leave everybody without affordable health care." Democrats, though, argue that the collapse scenario is the result of overanxious Republicans who hastily began dismantling former President Barack Obama's signature health care law in January when they had absolutely nothing ready to replace it with. Tuesday, some critics said Republicans are now trying to push the AHCA too quickly. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports a federal judge on Tuesday ruled against Native American tribes seeking to stop the Dakota Access Pipeline as their legal options narrow weeks before oil is set to flow on the project. Judge James Boasberg of the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia rejected the tribe's request for an injunction to withdraw permission issued by the Army Corps for the last link of the oil pipeline under a lake in North Dakota. The denial of the injunction represents another setback to the tribes, the Standing Rock Sioux and the Cheyenne River Sioux, that have been leading the charge against the line, which runs adjacent to tribal territory in southern North Dakota. The tribes had argued that the pipeline would render water they use for religious ceremonies spiritually impure, even if the pipeline goes under a lake that is part of the Missouri River system. They said the pipeline was reminiscent of an ancient prophecy of a black snake that would harm natives, and they could not use other water supplies in the region because they had been polluted by decades of mining. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.